What's up, everybody? Yeah, come on in. What's up, Lisa? What's up, Brian? What's up, Sherry? Yeah, come on in. What's up, Ken? We'll give another minute and we'll get started, y'all. Lisa Carey, look at these videos on YouTube. Absolutely great. Oh, thank you. Thank you. You know, we used to put in work back in the day with the force. So I released that information. Cause, you know, energy manipulation is gonna become a big part of our lives soon. So we want to start exposing people to it. Well, all right. How about we begin? How about we begin? Now, let's talk about the Bat God. Cause early in the month, we just had the Joker released. You know, we just had it dropped. This is a Samhain / Halloween special. So let's begin. We had Joker drop, which was the rise of the SU energy. Now, early in the 90s, which interestingly enough was probably the only real popular superhero movie like that, was Batman. Jack Nicholson, Michael Keaton, you know, everybody. That shit was the first one was legendary, right? The second one, Batman Returns, was okay with the Penguin, but I wasn't crazy about it. But my two favorites are Batman Forever and Batman and Robin. See what I'm saying? Batman and Robin, Batman Forever. Now, cause they put pure metaphysics in those two. I like Christian Bale's version of them too, but you know, they put pure metaphysics in Batman Forever and Batman and Robin. Cause they pretty much put you on game on what the fuck they was doing. Well, let's start off. Who is Batman? You see what I'm saying? What energy does Batman represent? Batman represents the Mayan bat god Kamazos, which is the Mayan god of death, rebirth, and sacrifice. You see what I'm saying? Of course, he's a lunar deity, so you know we're dealing with melanin. And I noticed in the 90s, early to mid 90s anyway, until Blade came along, Batman pretty much was the shit. Why? Because it was melanin. He was the Dark Knight. You see what I'm saying? Running through the darkness, the melanin, to get shit done. You see what I'm saying? So you dealing with this bad guy energy. And what does Kamazos look like? Let me show you what he look like. It look like that. That's Kamazos right there. The Mayan god. The Mayan bad guy himself. So, interestingly enough, He looks just like Batman, don't he? Just like that motherfucker, don't he? Hell yeah, shit. So they telling you right there, these are our sciences. Like real talk. Like no bullshit. That motherfucker, they seen Kamazos and got inspired. Whoever wrote the Batman story got inspired. Cause that motherfucker look just like Kamazos. The outfit and everything. So now, a huge misconception of Batman is they said Batman just a regular human who do this and do that, which is untrue. Batman knows like 59 different styles of martial arts. Batman also is a master of ninjutsu. And they like to humanize him in most TV shows and movies. But in like the anime and stuff, you actually seen him using his superpowers. Like he was cloning himself, he was using his ninjutsu to defeat the Joker in medieval times. So he was cloning himself, he was doing all type of cool shit with his abilities. You see what I'm saying? So you actually got to see Batman as a god. Usually they humanize Batman. You know, you only ever see him use his technologies, his mental energy, and you know everybody laugh at Batman and sleep on Batman. But Batman had a fucking plan to kill every superhero in fucking Justice League if they ever turn rogue. Shit, he had a game plan to murk everybody in the fucking Justice League. so his power lies within his mind. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? It was in his mind that gave him power, that gave him the gift. You see what I'm saying? So we're gonna start with the movies. Now, Batman, the first Batman, of course, was Kamazos Rising. You see what I'm saying? With Michael Keaton and Jack Nicholson. It was Kamazos Rising. You know, Rise of the Bat God, and he was warring with the Trickster God, the Trickster deity. You know, the Joker. Then you got him versus the Penguin. Then, which you know, Penguin represents the Cabal, cause the Penguin was dressed up like a aristocrat. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, then he had Catwoman. You already know that's Bastet. That's Bastet them. And then you had that's in Batman Returns. But now we're gonna start with Batman Forever, where they really start getting you game. Where they really start telling you what it is. In this movie here, he fights Two-Face and the Riddler. Now, who is Two-Face and the Riddler? The Riddler represents mind control. And he also represents unanswered questions. You see what I'm saying? The question, why, when, who, where, what, how. You see what I'm saying? He represents the questions that you ask yourself, because questions are nothing but answers that lack clarity. You see what I'm saying? So the questions you ask yourself to get free. But how they used this energy in the movie was mind control. They literally put a device on the fucking TV and shot the device in your mind, and they start sucking the mental energy of the people, the consciousness of the people. Oh, they drop game. Y'all wonder why they stopped making Batman movies for about a day? This why. They start dropping pure fucking science and goddamn in these movies. They started dropping. He was using mind control on the people. Him and fucking Two-Face. Now, Two-Face, of course, represent the yin and yang energy. And his corn represent, of course, the yin and yang, the concept of the yin and yang. And when he flip it and his heads, he gotta obey the yang energy. But when his tails, he gotta obey the yin energy. And he had two ladies in the movie that represented both yin and yang. You see what I'm saying? And I thought that was real dope. That's probably like the baddest fucking villain they've done. Him and Mr. Freeze in a way. So we're gonna get to Freeze in a second. So he represents the yin yang energy. You see what I'm saying? And duality. So Tommy Lee Jones told that shit up. And Jim Carrey, he told up the Riddler. Cause Jim Carrey's the only motherfucker who ever found the Batcave. You see what I'm saying? Whoever found the subconscious mind. What he did when he found the subconscious mind. He caused havoc in it. He caused fucking havoc. Cause he's mind control, right? The Batcave represents your subconscious mind. Kamazos is the deity living within the Batcave, which is your subconscious mind. And all your shit, the computers and everything you see in the Batcave is the pineal gland, your intelligence. That's what it represents. The Batmobile is your macabre. You see what I'm saying? the bat, and then you got the bat wing, which is the bat plane that represents your wings. You see what I'm saying? The bat wing. You see what I'm saying? And then you got the bat boat, which is your ability to that represents your ability to travel through the oceans of time. You see what I'm saying? The ocean of time. You see what I'm saying? So they showing you what it is. That's what boats do. They travel through the subconscious mind, because boats are usually known for traveling through the waters, right? So that's what you use to travel through the primordial waters of your melanin. You see what I'm saying? So that's what the boat represents. Your consciousness traveling through the primordial melanin. You see what I'm saying? The source melanin. So they give you game. Of course, they introduced Robin in the third one, you know, Batman Forever. They introduced Robin. Who is Robin? Robin is an indigenous god. Is an indigenous god by the name of Weetaba, who was a protector of the fire. What is fire? Sacred knowledge, esoteric wisdom. You see what I'm saying? So Batman Forever is probably the most powerful one, because they give you straight fucking science in this shit of what the world is doing to you. You see what I'm saying? They manipulate your mind. And how they manipulate your mind? Use watching the television. You see what I'm saying? The false portal. You see what I'm saying? That's distributing false energies. And all he did was take it to the true level of what it is, which is MK Ultra mind control. And they was doing what? They was absorbing their energy and absorbing it into their consciousness to make themselves stronger, which is what the Cabal do. They take out energy, and that shit is straight arcanic, for real, if you think about it. It's arcanic. Because remember, these are deities. Now the Riddler and fucking, don't get it twisted, the Riddler and Two-Face are fucking deities. So since they deities around this motherfucker, then they doing some real shit. They showing you some real shit here. So what's going on? They showing you how the archons is feeding off you. They feeding off your mental energy, your life force, your emotional energy. Sucking that shit up through the TV, and they eating that shit. They know you don't practice magic like that no more on this planet for real. But goddamn, you'll watch TV and eat a meal. They know you don't fucking divine and, you know, into your force teachers know none of that. But they know you drive cars. They know you like to go to fast food restaurants. They know you like to do all this cool shit. You see what I'm saying? Watch movies, all that. You see what I'm saying? So they created a new paradigm that still allows them to feed off of you. You see what I'm saying? Arcanic energy, Yaldabaoth. You see what I'm saying? So they had to literally be Yaldabaoth in this movie. You see what I'm saying? And they had Two-Face showing you how they're using both dark and light energies to get this shit. Cause your mind is both dark and light. You see what I'm saying? So you need both yin and yang energies to absorb this shit. You see what I'm saying? So it's a real Batman Forever is a real deep movie. Super deep, for real. Cause they get into they just tell you like it is in Batman Forever. You see what I'm saying? They go into a circus. You already know the circus is the primordial realm. And everywhere they go, they show you what they would do if they had access to these realms. They gonna go in there and cause fucking havoc. That's all they gonna do. Arcanic shit. You see what I'm saying? Straight Yaldabaoth in energy. You see what I'm saying? And they showed you what happens to you when you are subject to these arcanic forces, which is ignorance, vampirism, fear, envy, pride. You had pride, and then it was one or two more. Illusion, and it was one more. Illusion and delusion. And I had one more on the list that I can't think of off the top of my head right now. But yeah, when they showed you what happens when you are subject to these forces. You see what I'm saying? These forces. So yeah, Riddler was Yaldabaoth in this movie. You see what I'm saying? They literally showed you him being what he is. And you know, Riddler wore green, the heart chakra. So they telling you, they manipulate your emotions. But he told you what type of green it is. It's green and red. We gonna keep you on the root. We gonna keep your mind on the root chakra while we manipulate your heart. You see what I'm saying? That's basically what they saying. Well, that's why his hair was red, but he wore green. And goddamn, he had question marks because Because it represents the energy of you always having a question that never gets answered, like they showed you in the Matrix. It's the why that drives us. It's the why that's a fucking thorn in our side, because that why never gets answered. You see what I'm saying? So they really dropping signs in this movie. So y'all go check that one out. See what I'm saying? Y'all go check that one out, cause they really showing you like what they doing to you. MK Ultra. You see what I'm saying? Mind control. Like, and then Batman and Robin had to go stop him from sapping people's life force and mental energy. Like, that's probably why that's the baddest one they did. They had to go stop him. You see what I'm saying? And fucking Riddler got so powerful, they literally built him up as Yalda Boy. He wasn't even wearing green. I think he was wearing white and black at the end of the movie. Yeah, he was wearing white and black at the end of the movie. So they telling you right there. But he still had that reddish, orangish hair. You see what I'm saying? To show you what it was. And he forced Batman to choose between his feminine energy, which was his lover, Nicole Kidman in the movie, and his partner, which was his helper. You see what I'm saying? He chose both. And you can't force me to choose between my energies. These my energies. You see what I'm saying? And of course you had Two-Face. You see what I'm saying? But Two-Face was pretty much a sidekick to the Riddler. You see what I'm saying? So he was just, the Riddler was using his yin and yang energies to do what needs to be done. So it was a real powerful movie. And that's why they called it Batman Forever. The bad guy had to show out in this. Because the bad guy literally had to stop these motherfuckers from sapping your energy, vamping you of all your fucking life force, mental energy, and emotional energy. So they really showed you what it was. That's probably the best one they've done to me, anyway. That's the best one they've done. Now, you know, he stopped them, you know. Now, the second one, which was also the truth, which also told a lot, Batman and Robin. Now, this is a chakra story. You already see that on the cover. Batman, red, black and red, root chakra. Batgirl, who is pretty much Lady Comatose. You see what I'm saying? Crown, third eye and crown. You had Poison Ivy, who literally told you she nature in this movie. That's heart chakra. Then you had Batman, who dealt with the sacral chakra, because this vehicle here was kicking out. His vehicle was kicking out a orange energy, an orange glow. And then of course you got Mr. Freeze, which dealt with the throat chakra energy, which he talked a lot of shit in this movie, right? So let's begin. Now, who is these deities? Poison Ivy, of course, is Mother Nature, so he's dealing with Gaia, Mother Gaia, and her rise in this movie. It was literally her rise in this movie. You see what I'm saying? It was the rise of Mother Gaia. Of course, they shut it down at the end of the movie. Who the fuck is Mr. Freeze? Mr. Freeze is a Norse god. The Norse god, Ula, that's his name, Ula. The Norse god of ice and snow. You see what I'm saying? And so he made an appearance. That's who Mr. Freeze represent, to do the work, to put in work. And what did Mother Nature want? She wanted to destroy the world and start it over, which makes sense to me. So they made Batman the enemy in this one. You see what I'm saying? You know, they made Batgirl, Batman, and fucking Robin the enemy. Of course, they gave you the Trinity, the Holy Trinity in this movie. They gave you Batman, which is the father, Ra. They gave you Batgirl, which is the mother, you know, Asit. Then they gave you the son, who is Robin, Heru. You see what I'm saying? So they gave you the Holy Trinity, the creator energy in this one. So, what's going on in this one? You know, Poison Ivy finds out that her crazy ass fucking boss or scientist was down there doing forbidden experiments on people. Now, it's funny. I touched on this a little bit before. Bane in the movie he said in the movie, and I quote, "I'm going to attach this venom, which is yellow, solar plexus, into Bane, and I'm going to press this button, and I'm going to attach it into the most primitive part of his mind, which is the limbic system." And I just did a lecture on that. The limbic system, when they say primitive, they mean ancient. The scientist's code word for primitive is ancient. You see what I'm saying? So it's the most ancient part of his fucking mind. You see what I'm saying? So he gave him that venom, which is that solar plexus energy. And what happened? Fucking venom grew from this little tiny guy to a fucking super soldier. You see what I'm saying? For the most part, he was pretty much. They made him a grunt mentally in the movie, but he was pretty much a super soldier. He had all the strength and power, raw power that you ever seen. And so he hooked up the solar plexus, of course, hooked up with the heart chakra, which is poison ivy. Because he kills poison ivy gets sucked into the earth and reborn as a deity in Mother Gaia. You see what I'm saying? So it was different rebirth because we're dealing with the Kamazos energy. So there you go. So her and Batman get into it. You see what I'm saying? Because Batman cared more about humanity than he do about the planet. Even though the planet is what we live in now. You see what I'm saying? He said in the movie, people come first. No, the planet comes first and people come second. You see what I'm saying? You yourself come first before anybody because, you your own God and you got to take care of yourself. Then the planet, then the people on the planet, because not everybody deserve what Mother Earth has to offer, through their deeds and actions. You see what I'm saying? So people come third, you see what I'm saying, on the list. You, then the planet, then the people. You see what I'm saying? Because, healing the planet automatically heal the people, actually. So when you help heal the Mother Earth, through the force, you see what I'm saying? Which is another thing I want to touch on. At the beginning of the movie, Batman and Robin are fighting Mr. Freeze in an Olmecan temple, nigga. You see what I'm saying? An Olmecan temple. So that was the resurrection of that Olmecan energy. They playing ice hockey in Olmecan energy. But the Olmecan energy is sleep, right? Because it's frozen. You see what I'm saying? Because you're dealing with, it's sleep, it's dormant. Because Mr. Freeze deal with 32 degrees and below. 33 degrees is the awakening because your pineal gland has finally warmed up enough to fucking fully activate. You see what I'm saying? So they playing hockey. And I noticed once again the police is trying to fight these deities. They tried to fight Mr. Freeze, kick their ass down the stairs. They can never really beat. It takes another deity, another god to beat a fucking another god. You see what I'm saying? So the police humans always get their ass kicked by these deities, if you've ever noticed in the movies. They keep showing you this shit, y'all. They keep showing y'all this over and over again, how these regular mortals can't do shit with these deities. You see what I'm saying? They getting their ass kicked. They went up to the god to try to fight him. He kicked them back down to where they belong, which was the physical plane. I was like, God damn. That was a hell of a symbolism there. So what happens next? What happens next is the plot, what's her name? Poison Ivy decides to plot to destroy civilization as we know it, so she could destroy this shit and rebirth it anew. Well, the plants, where the Mother Earth is in control, and fucking everybody else is subject to it. You see what I'm saying? Subject to the true energies of Mother Earth once more, are in harmony with it. You see what I'm saying? So she hatches these plans. She do what needs to be done. She manipulates Ula, the god of ice and snow, to do this for her, do her bidding for her. She kills his wife, who was Sleeping Beauty in the movie. Like, real talk, she was literally Sleeping Beauty in the movie. And Sleeping Beauty means sleeping god or sleeping goddess. You see what I'm saying? She was literally the sleeping goddess. So cause he was trying to cure her of a disease. Then you get Alfred. Alfred gets sick. He's just a mortal who's assisting everybody. You see what I'm saying? So he brings in his daughter, who is another deity, Lady Kamazos, and goddamn Kamoti, Kamoti. And she come in and she handles, she deals with the feminine energy that's out of control. She's supposed to be suppressing Mother Nature. You see what I'm saying? They use her energy to suppress Mother Nature. See what I'm saying? She was the intelligent one, but both of them were intelligent, and they was doing work, and you know they clashed with each other. And like I said, I always tell you, there's always the back room. There's always the back room. You never see fucking policemen for real. And when you do see policemen, they getting their asses whooped by these deities. You see what I'm saying? They getting their asses kicked. You see what I'm saying? And they always show you the bat signal. What the bat signal represents. The bat signal is the beam of light that shoots out of your third eye, which is known as electroluminescence. You see what I'm saying? And it creates a symbol. Well, what's the symbol? The bat symbol, Kamazos. And then you know what it is. In your third eye, in your consciousness, the energy, the frequency, Gotham is the realm of Kamazos. That's basically what they telling you in these movies. Then they get Robin one, which is Witaba. You see what I'm saying? So there you go. And you know they had to stop Mr. Freeze because he started to freeze the fucking city. He started to fucking send everybody into a 32-degree state, an unconscious state. And they begin to freeze. They begin to get cold. They begin to get iced out. You see what I'm saying? And everybody but consciousness begin to drop. And so Batman in this case had to stop him. But the reason why he froze them is to create a new ice age so they could bring in the usher in a new world. They was trying, cause that's what Poison Ivy was trying to do. She was trying to usher in a new world, and of course they stopped her. So Poison Ivy was actually the hero in this movie. You know, they reversed the energy. That's why I said Batman Forever is the baddest one out of all of them, because Batman Forever, like he stopped y'all the boys from fucking some shit up in this movie. But goddamn. And Batman and Robin, you know, they use their energies against the goddess Gaia from healing her planet. Like, how the fuck you gonna stop her from healing her planet? You see what I'm saying? So they lock them down in the asylum, you know, which is their unconscious mind. You see what I'm saying? They lock them back down in the unconscious and subconscious mind once again. Then guess what? They put her in the asylum with Mr. Freeze. You see what I'm saying? So that she will always remain 32 degrees and below. So she will always be cold. You see what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? She will always be cold, and she will always never rise again. That's why they put him in a cellar with her. You see what I'm saying? So he was pretty much her overseer from now on. Because he said, I'm going to make your life a living hell. It will always be winter. As long as, be prepared for a long winter. Because I'm going to make your life a living hell. And sometimes hell ain't hot, hell is cold. Most time, actually, contrary to the Christian theology, the original hell, which was Helheim in Norse mythology, is cold. It's not hot. You see what I'm saying? In Norse mythology, fucking hell is cold. It's not. Because hell is 32 degrees and below. You see what I'm saying? That's what hell really is. So when you sleep, when you the sleeping God, you the Lord of hell. Like Bobby Hemming told you. When you sleep, when you unconscious, you the Lord of hell. You your own Lord of hell. Because you in Helheim. When you sleep, you in Helheim. You know. So that's what you're dealing with. So that's what Mr. Freeze, that's why he said, I'm gonna make your life a living hell. I'm gonna make your, cause now you in Helheim, you back in your unconscious mind now. So now I'm gonna be your overseer and make sure that you never rise again. So in Norse mythology, there is a deity that presides over hell. I can't think of his name right now. And this deity is, all he does is make sure the souls get to where they need to be. And most importantly, if you go into hell or back to your unconscious mind, all that happens in Helheim is you just relive all the fucked up shit that happened to you in your life, which is what you do when you sleep. All you do is think about all the bad shit that happened to you in your life. What we call it, victim consciousness. Yeah, it's all victim consciousness. You just reliving shit over and over and over again, and you can't seem to escape your past or free yourself from your past. That's what unconsciousness really is. That's what true hell is. Helheim. You see what I'm saying? The Norse guys got it right. See what I'm saying? The Celtics, the Vikings, all them. You know, they was originally black. So they got it right. They got it right. So it's a lot in the movies. That's why I had no oppressed and suppressed poison ivy. And then after they lost energy, got no energy, and they stopped using the energy. Stop using the energy anymore. And they went to New Thor with Christian Bale as all the Batman. Actually, usually they switch up Batman after a while, but they went to his story, he was a ninja. Once again, he fought the Joker, Pretty much same story, but it wasn't as good as the original Batman. Everybody can tell you that. Then came with Batman vs. Superman, which is the Bat God versus Ra, which is the solar god, the sun god. So they always got them clashing, which is melanin versus soul. They always, once again, they got the darkness and the light clashing once more. You see what I'm saying? Yo. Batman deals with the 720 demonic forces because he's a lunar deity, a melanin deity. And fucking Superman deals with the 720 angelic forces because he's a solar deity. They had them clash in the movie, Batman vs. Superman, and they actually found balance with each other. So what they did, they summoned Doomsday. Who is Doomsday? Doomsday is the embodiment of all the arcanic forces in existence. So once again, you get another Yaldabaoth figure. Yes, Yaldabaoth is in these movies. Doomsday is Yaldabaoth. Riddler is Yaldabaoth in Batman. So they pretty much tell you, they pretty much give you game. So Doomsday, which is the only motherfucker who ever killed Superman, is Yaldabaoth. You see what I'm saying? So there you go. And Yaldabaoth is the celestial ego. You see what I'm saying? The supreme ego. The super ego. You see what I'm saying? The ultimate ego. And what is ego? Edging God out. Edging the God force out. You see what I'm saying? That's what it's programmed to do, the neocortex. So that's what Doomsday represented. That's why he was a fucking animal, a fucking savage in Batman vs. Superman. So that's what you're dealing with. So what happened? The Bat guy had to help fucking the Sun guy fight Doomsday. And then the fourth movie, which was the Justice League he was in, the fourth generation, they had to fight some motherfucker, I forget his name now. But they pretty much beat him. And they fought him over Metatron's cube, which is pretty much what it was. And Metatron's cube is literally the lower half of the tree of life. See what I'm saying? So they fought him over they was fighting over the third dimensional matrix. You see what I'm saying? The physical plane. And of course they beat him. You got Wonder Woman. We already know Wonder Woman is Oya. You see what I'm saying? You got Aquaman, Olokun. You got Cyborg. He had robot. You know how it is. Shit. I don't know in the robotic deities. Because they didn't deal in robotics. But if he had to be one, he would be Ogun, because Ogun presides over technology. So there you go. And, Superman came back. And he did what Raw resurrected in that movie. And they put in work. So there you go. You see what I'm saying? There you go. That's pretty much the bad guy, secrets of the bad guy, who he is, what he about, the energies he deals with. You always gonna notice his death and rebirth and sacrifice. He always sacrifices for motherfuckers. He's supposed to be the weakest nigga in fucking Justice League, and yet he does the most work. And he saved the most people. You see what I'm saying? So the man's a genius. He's known for his mentalism. All is mind, remember? And mind is all. Mentalism. That's what he's the master of. The mind. He can go from the unconscious to the superconscious. You see what I'm saying? Real quick and back down again. He can navigate all through the mind like it was nothing. That's why he can go to Gotham, the subconscious and unconscious mind, to fucking Metropolis, which is the superconscious mind. You see what I'm saying? That's what fucking Superman. That's why I was always daytiming in fucking Metropolis, but it's nighttime in Gotham, because Gotham is the subconscious and unconscious mind, and the nighttime and the clip off, and fucking Metropolis is the superconscious and conscious mind and the tree of life. You see what I'm saying? The daytime side of the tree. So there you go. There you go. There go the science of them. Cause you know Batman was mixed with these characters, and they built the Justice League. What does the Justice League represent? It represents all archetypal energies inside of you working in harmony with each other. Once you, the God, realize who you are and bring these forces up under your control. And how many forces are there? 720 demonic forces, 720 angelic forces, fused together to make 144,000 forces. 144,000 just represent you and your archetypal energies, forces, and frequencies operating as one spirit, one presence, and one soul. See what I'm saying? One mind. See what I'm saying? So. You see what I'm saying? Y'all a movement. You see what I'm saying? Y'all and y'all a force to be reckoned with. When you have all 144,000 frequencies, archetypal energies operating in tandem, in unison with you. That's what makes you a creator, because the creator, the energies are already one. And so since you've already mastered your 144,000 forces inside of you, and they're all moving as one, which is the 9, which is completion. You see what I'm saying? And judgment, you on the 10th frequency now, which is the number of the perfected man and perfected woman, or the perfected God and goddess. See what I'm saying? So now you are as the creator, because the creator already told you that when you one inside of you, when all the forces inside of you are one, you are equal in force, eternity, and mind, force, eternity, and wisdom to the creator. You see what I'm saying? So there you go. That's the signs of these. That's the signs of the Bat God. And some of his movies that came out. That's why Batman probably one of the most popular fucking movies out. Motherfuckers can't understand why they love Batman, even though he supposedly don't have powers. Even though we know he have powers because he's a master of ninjutsu. Now, ninjutsu is the physical side, but then you got Nimpo, which he also knows is the spiritual side. You know, that's when you get into the fucking invisibility. Ninja, you hear the stories of ninjas turning invisible. Hearing stories of ninjas cloning themselves, making projections of themselves, projecting themselves into a room to scare people, all that shit. It's Nimpo. You see what I'm saying? That's the spiritual side of ninjutsu. So there y'all go. That's where we at. That's where we at, the spiritual side. So Nimpo and ninjutsu working together makes you God, because you've mastered your internal forces. That's what made Batman God. You see what I'm saying? So and he did it. He started off as human and worked his way up to godhood. You see what I'm saying? That's why motherfuckers love Batman the most out of all the characters in DC. Because he started off as a regular human, and through his spiritual work, through his internal work, and martial practices, he ascended to godhood. You see what I'm saying? And deityhood. So he did it the old-fashioned way, like we did it. It wasn't no freak accident. You know, he wasn't born with it. You know, like Superman. You know, when no freak accident. You know, he wasn't born to it. None of that. You see what I'm saying? He did it the old-fashioned way. Shit, through hard work and struggle, internal work. See what I'm saying? Rising up them chakras, having that Kundalini awakening, freeing himself. You see what I'm saying? And that's why he was the ninja. See what I'm saying? They got Batman Ninja anime. I forget the name of it, the whole name, but go check that out. He uses his ninjutsu, you know, on the Joker, SU. So they showing you in his true God form in the little anime. So they like in feudal Japan or some shit, fighting. So you know, go check that out. Go check that out. But with that being said, that pretty much ends this lecture on the Bat God, Kamazos. Once again, if you didn't get a chance to see what Kamazos look like, I'll show it one more time. There you go. There you go. And just to show you that him and Batman are one and the same. There you go. Kamazos. All right. That being said, any questions? Any questions? I'll be coming back with a second lecture today with the Shining. Yeah, the cold dead niggas. Yeah. Yeah. So any questions? Alright. If y'all don't have any questions, I'm Marvin Jones. Y'all share this with your friends, put the word out, and I'm out. Peace.